Nice delicious, babes.
Tonight we're talking all about sections. I want to see a show of hands. Who has the Wix editor with sections? Like, who knows what I'm talking about?
No,
Okay, so Jenny
no.
does. Anybody else?
Kind of. I started working on it, but not really,
Okay.
not fully there.
It's a little bit confronting if you're coming from the editor that we all know, and then you're coming into for sections. So let's just have a little talk about sections, and we'll see where we go from there. Okay, so I'm just going to move a few little bits and pieces around so I can see what I'm talking about here. Okay. So, getting to grips with sections. My name's Kate. If you don't know me, if anyone doesn't know me, my name's Kate Bradshaw. I work at Web Today and I'm the Wix ambassador here in Sydney. So thank you for joining me. And I've just wanted to talk about sections because it is both a frustration and a blessing. It's a bit like children, isn't it? So, what is good about sections? Well, first of all, it's a great way to organize and divide your content. And it helps as well with the mobile site in keeping blocks of content together. Or especially if I do this.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. So now you can see my face little and my content big. So we'll be swapping around a fair bit. So, okay, is everyone good?
Yep.
Show of hands, show me. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, good, 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 good. All right, so it allows each section to be reskinned. Now, this is really interesting. One of the criticisms of Wix in certain sectors has been that you can't change around the content, you can't change the theme. And you sort of can, but this is a much easier way to do it. So I'm really looking forward to showing you how that works. It's also a move towards responsiveness. Who knows what I mean by responsiveness? Let me see, show of hands. Hands, 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 hands. Okay, I'm going to explain it. What responsiveness means is when you're on a big screen, the things display a certain way. And when you're on a tiny screen, they display a certain way. And that is a coded algorithm that makes those things shrink or stretch or get bigger or change their order depending on the screen. So that's what responsiveness is, and it's a real buzzword. It's the go-to thing for web developers these days. And it also is a move towards different levels of editing or different editing permissions. Now, this is great for me because I'm a web designer, and sometimes I have a client who might want to edit their site but just doesn't have the time or isn't really able to or doesn't have time to learn how to do it all in Wix. And this is a great moderate path where I can allow them to make some changes but not change the actual design. So that might be useful if you're not that you're a web designer, but if that might be useful if you've got multiple people that you want to give permission to edit the website, but you don't want them to break it. You don't want them to wreck it. Okay, so let's talk about hierarchy. Hierarchy is what belongs to what. So in Wix, there's certain hierarchy. Number one is the page. So the page is the biggest thing that you can look at in one browser window. So, I mean, theoretically it belongs to the site. So the site's really the boss, but inside that we've got pages, and that's what we're talking about tonight. The second part, the second most high thing is the section, and this is new to Wix. The third one you probably already know, it's the strip, and it's not mentioned in this panel of things that you can add to Wix, but I'm just putting it here. The strip is number 3, so that's third down. And fourthly, there's the element. So that might be a picture, it might be text, something of the nature that you put on your website. So, in summary, we've got the page, we've got the section, we've got the strip and we've got the element. Now, if I was really clever, I would have made some interesting mnemonic about that, like ps-e or something, but I didn't. So there you go, it's ps-e.
Hey, can you hear me?
So let's have a look how that looks in our actual editor. I'm going to bring my editor across.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh yeah. Look, in my editor, I don't have sections. I've got what you had, except I don't have sections appearing.
Okay. Well, you won't escape it for long. It's being rolled out.
Oh, right. Okay.
Gradually, and this is a really good preamble because this is what's coming. And if you don't know, you will absolutely freak out when you open the editor one day and it goes, "Hey, I'm the new editor."
Right.
So,
Okay. So it's not me getting it wrong. It's just that it hasn't been rolled out on my.
it may not
my
be
account.
there, but if
Right.
you go to your Wix, if you don't have it and you want to test it out, go to Wix, go to your Wix account and start a new site just for practice.
Right. Okay. Yep.
Okay. So
Thanks.
here's my editor, and this is my editor with sections. So as you know, we've got the page. And I think the first thing to notice is if you look at sections, if you start up the editor, you start in this much smaller view where you can see more of the page. And this started to freak me out when I was initially getting to grips with this editor, because I couldn't get out of this view. Like, how do I get out of this view? Excuse me while I just let someone in. Okay, so how do I get out of this view? And it's very easy to get out of this view. In fact, you just double click. So I don't know if you can see my mouse moving there, but it was just a double click. How do I go back? I go up to the % view sign up here. Can everyone see my mouse? Just nod. Yeah, okay, great. And it will just automatically take me to 50% and back to 100 and back to 50. So that's sort of useful to know. This is safe for me. I really understand what I'm doing when the editor looks like this. When it looks like this, I'm like, no, I don't really know what that means. Well, I mean, I'm familiar with it now. I've been dealing with this for a couple of months now, so it's okay for me. But the thing with Wix is you don't panic. You just start clicking things slowly and you see what happens, and help will come to you. So here already I've got things like quick edit, and you know, I can add a section, I can do whatever I want. So, but if I don't like this view, I want to go back to my other view. Okay, so here I go. Double click, I'm back to my normal view. Okay, so what are the smooth moves? Let me show you what the smooth moves are. The smooth moves are double click for the normal view. This is the view that we know. And then you can use the % to move back and forth like I just showed you. The next thing is that layers tell the truth, because sometimes in this view, you can't quite tell what you're clicking on here. Now, if I click here, remember the hierarchy? I'm not clicking on the page because this section is sort of highlighted here, but I'm actually on a strip, but sometimes you don't really know. So if I click once, I get the section. If I click twice, I get the strip. But sometimes it's a little bit tricky to understand that. So let's go over here to Tools, and let's click Layers. And layers are an absolutely beautiful thing to use because they will really help you understand the hierarchy of your site. So here we have a strip and we have a section. And as you can see, I could actually move around as I move through everything in layers. So this is a really good way to work things out and work out what goes where and what you're touching right now. So if I come back to the welcome strip, okay, and I can come here. So if I click something, it will tell me exactly what I'm in. I'm in the section, and now I'm in the strip. So this persists on the screen, and you can just have it there all the time. I like to work on a really big screen. I don't know if you can see, but I use a huge screen to work because I need that space for all my little bits and pieces. And you know, sometimes I've also got the toolbar going as well, and because I've got this over here, I've got this one over here. I really need a lot of space. So this white space here, which is the like the part outside my classically responsive area, is very helpful to me because I can put stuff there. Okay, so that's smooth move number 2. Okay, so getting rid of that quick view again is just one more click. So if I come in here and I'm in the layers view, or you find yourself there, like things that you touch will put you into this view. One more click takes you back. So if I'm here, for example, if I click quick edit, one more click will take me back. Okay, that's my smooth move there. Okay, so what is this quick edit? Let's talk about this quick edit. That's a new feature. It's on most of the strips on the left and all of the strips on the right. So what's quick edit? And for me, it's sort of annoying because it comes up and says, hey, do you want a quick edit? Hey, do you want a quick edit? And actually, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just want to do the normal edit. So how do we manage that? Okay, so if I want to edit this strip background, I can do it the normal way. And you can see when I click something, I get the ability, help comes to me. I can get the ability to change my strip or my section background. So I can change this section background in the normal way. So you're probably all familiar with this. You've probably seen this before. If you've edited your Wix site, you will know this one. Okay, what about if I click quick edit? Quick edit throws me back into the quick edit view, and over here I can make that same change. I can also change this text, not by clicking into the text, but by changing it off to the side over here. So I might want to say this is a travel vlog, for example.
Okay.
It's also, sorry? It's also a convenient way to check my optimization of my images. So if I want to, let's have a look at a quick edit with these images here. So here I go. I've got an image here. I can change it if I want to. I can change the text on the button. I can change the next image, text on button, so forth. But I can also click settings and I can see what happens when this image is clicked. So a link opens, that's correct. Where does it link to? We can add a link there. And here is the important part for search engine optimization. Here we say, oh, okay, I want to say that this is a Greek travel to Greece content on November.
Right.
And this one I could say current September.
So how do you do not use? How do you?
Well, I just click the edit button. You can
Okay.
rename these. You can't get rid of them because that would be like tampering with the history, which is probably
Right.
not great.
But that's just a label, isn't it? Do not use it. Is it a functional?
No,
thing?
it's just a label. So then when you're ready, you can go, oh, 5th of September. Okay, great. I'm going to publish that version.
But that's also going to publish do not use as well, doesn't it?
No, it won't. Okay, another question? Any other questions?
Kate, I'm actually just wondering, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
It's the other Kate B with a C. I'm just wondering if I'm able to use my iPad to do any of this editing, because I'm just not at home at the moment, and I've gone into Editor and it says not allowed. Is that a generalized thing that you can't use an iPad to edit? Or
Look, it always was, but if you connect a keyboard to your iPad, it's a possibility, but I haven't tried it for a long time. So I don't 100% know. I sort of think no.
Okay, so it's not something that they'll bring in, do you think?
I don't think it's on the plan. I don't think it's on the roadmap.
Okay, I'll have to get an iPad, a laptop. Thank you. I'll shut myself off now. Thank you, though. It's very interesting stuff.
Okay. More questions?
Hi, Kate, it's Susan.
Hello.
Hi. Just wondering, if somebody else has made a change that hasn't been published, and preview it obviously, why don't you just go to the back button? Why have you got to go to the history?
Well, the back button is per session. So if they are not, if they've closed their browser and you've reopened the editor, it probably won't work. I would say that won't work. So there you need to use the history.
Okay, great. Thank you.
But if they just get up from their chair and go to the loo, and you come in and go, oh, I hate it, and then you can go back, you're fine.
Yeah. But if it's out of that one session, then you have to go to history.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you.
No worries. Okay. I want to talk a little bit about search engine optimization, because we've got a whole hour of search engine optimization coming up in the next, in July. You've probably got some questions about SEO. I want to just run through a very quick SEO and tell you where to get the basics done. Okay, so SEO. Let's bring our screen back. Within my site, there's a few areas where you should go to do your SEO. So you've seen one. One is in here. We can do it in quick edit, or we can go to site settings, and I can go to this, I can go to my image here. Let me just go to the section image. And even in sections, so in sections, or the page background, or a strip background, or any image you add, there is a place to tell Google what's in the image. And here, like I said before, I would write travel, customer, travel street in. Okay, then I would say something like, I might even put my phone number in here, because who knows, they might just want to call you from looking at it in Google. So you've got about between 140 and 330 characters to fill up in here, and make sure it's a nice little paragraph that describes the page, or at least describes your business. So that's a little preamble for SEO. There's a lot more to explore. Wix really has now got world-class SEO. So in July, we have another course. It's just one like this. It's like 40 minutes and a few minutes of questions, and it's Know Your SEO. And I'll be going through what I just showed you in a bit more detail, and also showing you the back-end SEO facilities, which are really, really great. In August, we've also got a full-day website workshop. It's at my place. So, hey, I'm inviting you to come to my place. And what we'll be doing in that day is actually getting a website created and published. So if you are starting a business, I mean, I know most of you guys and you've all got a business, so it probably doesn't apply to you. But if you know anyone who's starting a business and rather than paying someone to do their website, they want to learn to do it themselves, we're going to be doing that and they'll be up and running on their domain at the end of the day. So please let people know, and they come along and I put on a really good lunch. I make a great sandwich. The other things that are coming up are that I just wanted to invite you and tell you about is that you can also ask me about SEO. We have SEO programs for small business and medium business. We have social media. I have a great lady called Jess who does all our social media. She's a LinkedIn expert, so she does a really great job. We do Google Ads, and we can also talk to you about upgrading to Editor X. Editor X is still Wix because I wouldn't touch anything else. I'm the Wix ambassador, but I think Editor X is their upgraded editor, which is a very technical edit. It took me a year to learn, and it's very interesting. It's very beautiful. What comes out is very, very interactive, very beautiful, and sort of next level. So I just wanted to let you know about that in case you're interested. But for now, I hope you feel a bit more comfortable with sections and that you're able to enjoy the editing experience a bit more. I'd also like to invite you to join our Facebook group, which is called Aussie Wix Designers. Just come along there and I will approve you to come along. And you can also always contact me at Web Today. And most of you have my number, so just call me anytime.
Okay, thanks
Yeah.
for that. Could you send us a email, all of us, the itinerary because I have a lot of people asking me about website design and all that, so
Sure.
I could send that information to other people if you could send it up.
Yeah, sure. The other little offer I have for you is a 10-minute consult. If you would like to just have a chat about, oh, what should I do next? What should I do on this page? What should I do about marketing? Do you think SEO is more important than doing Google Ads? Book a time. I'm going to send everyone an email, and I just want to let you know that you can. I'm really happy to just have a quick chat with you, and there's no obligation. I'm just happy to have a chat with you about your business anytime. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I'd just be interested to know, and maybe it's not now, just how websites are changing, because I noticed when you set out information, you had a more humorous take with your photos, which I thought was great, which doesn't suit all of us. But I just wondered what is actually happening with web design now, and some of the trends.
Well, yeah, it is really interesting, and web design is it's all about responsiveness. What does that mean to the person who's looking at your website? Well, it doesn't really mean everything. It's exciting to designers and developers because it means we can do more stuff. You know, we do more fancy stuff, and you press this and this happens, and you click that and that happens. And it all sort of squishes up. So if you happen to be moving your browser, you know how you can squish your browser in like this to a little tiny thing, or move it the other way, it all unfurls beautifully. But does the usual person do that? Does the person in the street do that? I'm not sure that they do. Design-wise, yeah, there are always trends. Big text is a trend at the moment. White backgrounds, but black backgrounds are having a little bit of a comeback as well. So there's always a trend to follow. And I think if you're looking at a way to upgrade your website, look at the typography. Go and buy an art direction magazine or a photography magazine at the newsagent and look at how they have placed their headlines, how they've placed their titles, how they've placed their paragraphs. And that's a really interesting study. And that's how I tell a professionally designed website from a home designed website.
Okay. Yeah, look, I'm just wondering, is Wix planning to integrate AI into this sort of thing? That way, it will sort of evaluate your website and provide you suggestions.
Well, it's already there. You can actually add text and get AI help with that text. So it's already there in that context. And
right.
coming soon is a different context where it helps people who code websites. Like I use code on some of my websites, and I'm not, to be honest, I'm not a brilliant coder. I'm okay. I get by, but AI is helping me get by a whole lot better.
All right. So which AI does it use? I've never used the AI.
If you just go to the text, just click on any text and it will say to you, do you want AI to help you?
Oh, right. Is that new?
Just edit the text. It's right there in the text editor.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Is that a new feature that was added?
It's a new feature. Yeah.
I don't know if I've got it. I've never seen it before.
Okay. Well, have a look, but let me know if you don't have it.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Anyone else? Oh, so quiet. How did I do? How was tonight? Was it enough? Thank you. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, Simon. Thank you, Rakesh.
Absolutely excellent. Thank you, Kate.
Oh, thanks, Kate.
I learned so much, and I'm really keen to chat more and see if I can learn more from you. Thank you.
Beautiful. Great. Well, I've loved having you at my place. Thanks so much for coming, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you. Please do book in for the one in July, because that's interesting about SEO. It's not quite as pretty. I don't get to show you such pretty stuff, but it's really, really necessary for business. So please book in, tell your friends, and I'll see you then.
Thanks, Kate.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Kate.
Bye,
Thank
everyone.
you.
See you.
Thank you.
Very much.
Thanks, Kate.
And
Bye.
you'll send us an email again.
I will.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Appreciate it.